Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to this week's One Ball Challenge tournament video. Today we'll be talking about the One Ball Challenge we had on the Addams Family, and then we'll be moving into a new table, another Pat Lawlor table in a One Ball Challenge on Whirlwind. But before I get into the tournament, I want to talk a little bit about the history behind the Addams Family. And I think talking about the history of different Williams tables is very important to understanding and appreciating each table, because each table has a story, and a lot of times we kind of forget that just by playing the table and getting lost in the tournaments and whatnot. But the Addams Family was very important in that it did a lot for Williams as a company, and it was actually one of the most successful pinball tables ever created. It sold over 20,000 units in total. And so a large part and the reason for its success is partly due to the film's success that it's based on. So this table is based on the 1991 live action Addams Family film. And so that movie did so well that Williams took the license, acquired it, and gave the reins to designer Pat Lawlor. And this was actually Pat Lawlor's first licensed theme. He had designed tables before, like Whirlwind, but they were all original themes. So Pat Lawlor really wanted to do something special with this table, which leads me to my second point why Addams Family is very iconic and important in the pinball's history. So Pat Lawlor and this table, part of the reason why it's so innovative is because of the spinning magnets underneath the center of the playfield that are activated during specific modes. And these magnets are spinning around so fast, and they cause the ball to move around in very unpredictable ways. And so when you're talking about the Addams Family, this spooky theme, it's kind of like players thought ghosts were controlling the pinball, right? Because you couldn't see anything except everything was underneath. The magnets were underneath the center of the playfield. And so that was a really cool idea. I mean, pinball had seen magnets before. We had seen magna saves, where magnets were used to save the pinball from draining. But Addams Family kind of twisted that and made it so that the magnets would cause disruption, right, to the player's game. You also had the thing flip, the automatic mini flipper that I think at the time was very innovative. I mean, you had a flipper that would flip for you, that could make a shot for you. And so what that was doing was kind of emulating what the movie was doing. When Thing, the moving hand, would play billiards and pool with Gomez Addams. So that was part of another reason why this table was really kind of cool. And then you had the Thing puppet animated hand come up from underneath the table, grab your pinball, and store it away for multi-ball. And so all those things combined, plus the rotating bookcase in the vault, where you can lock another ball, really created something special that pinball had never seen before. So it leads me to my third point that makes the Addams Family so special, is that it sold over 20,000 units. But it was really the first time that Williams was selling their tables to private collectors. People like you and I who would buy them and keep them in their living room or basement to play for themselves. Before, Williams was selling mainly to coin-operated businesses, small businesses, arcades. But now you saw that private collectors were buying them up. Pretty much at record speeds. And so Williams had to create more machines. And so to commemorate this, Williams created the Gold Edition, a special edition for private collectors. And so this really, Addams Family started the whole scene of pinball becoming some kind of private entity where you could now buy the tables and have them in your own home. Whereas before, you'd have to go out to pubs and bars and arcades. So that was a huge shift in pinball, where today, that's largely all pinball is. Table companies like Stern, Jersey Jacks, Chicago Coin Their pinball tables are mostly being sold to private collectors and hobbyists, whereas before it would have been sold to, coin-operated businesses. So you take that all into account, all those three things, the movie being popular from 91, the design by Pat Lawlor, the innovation, and the pinball table being sold to private collectors really makes Addams Family one of the most influential tables ever created, right? The thing that I want to kind of drive home is that during this time, Williams was also competing with companies like Data East. Now, Data East, if you remember, was really paramount in releasing a lot of licensed pinball themes. They released Batman from 1991 based on the 89 movie. They released Hook, Last Action Hero, Lethal Weapon, Back to the Future, among others. So really, it was kind of Data East kind of pivoting pinball to take licensed themes and popularize them. But Williams kind of took that and said, hey, we need to create, a licensed product based on a popular movie. So they chose Addams Family. A year before, they had already released the Terminator 2 table, which was still influential in pinball, but it did not do nearly as well as the Addams Family. So now let's talk about the tournament. And it was a closed tournament. We had 10 people, but I always like closed tournaments because I know everyone in them, right? And so we had a lot of shifts throughout the week. And I think the best thing for me throughout the week is seeing where the shifts take place, right? Because you can be in first the first day of the tournament and then almost come in dead last, by the time the tournament ends. It's just so crazy like that and awesome at the same time. But I want to give a first place shout out to Balchi 99 with 204 million points. Congratulations to Balchi. Balchi told me that he's actually in the top 10 in the one ball challenge for the Addams Family worldwide. So congratulations to Balchi for being in the top 10. Certainly you can see that here. I mean, 204 million, that's a crazy score. That's like a score that I would hope to get with 3 balls and an extra ball, So congratulations to Balchi. And in second place, we have Fabled Scarab 79 with 147 million points. Congratulations to Fabled Scarab, because Fabled Scarab has always been in our tournaments. And I think this is one of the first times, I know I've seen Fabled Scarab high up there, but I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen him this high up in a while. So congratulations to Fabled Scarab for that second place score. And underneath him, UTD 4000, who actually stole my spot in the leaderboard to get in third place with 124 million. So congratulations to UTD for taking my spot. You earned it. And then I came in fourth with 116 million. For a lot of the week, I was at 65 million, and I was just trying to break the 65 million mark, and I finally got to like 90, and then I got to 100. So I'm happy with my turnout. And underneath me is Bad Jack Daniels in fifth with 94 million. Bad Jack was actually ahead of me too for a long time until I got to past the the 95 mark. But still, congratulations to Bad Jack, who has also been in our tournaments, and I love to see his name. And in sixth place, we have Geronimo in game with 92 million. 2 million below Bad Jack. And Geronimo got this score really early. So early in the week, he was close to first, or I think second. I know he was at first at one point very early on. And so really cool to see his score. 92 million, very good as well. And then below him, we have Carpy's son in seventh with 86 million points. Congratulations to Carpy's son. And beneath him, we have Erks 1945 with 70 million. My good friend Erks, he got that score early too. So I was fighting to get past Urko for a while. So congratulations to Urko. And in ninth place we have Somatic with 42 million. Now Somatic made me laugh in the comment section because he was kind of mentioning how Addams Family is a table that is very frustrating with the magnets and how it's hard to control the ball, right, with the thing flipper. And I was telling him, that's true, but I think that's also the reason why this table is so great, right? Because of how unpredictable it is and how frustrating it is. And in 10th place, we have Wombat in Hat with 1 million, close to 2 million. And I told Wombat, I said, Wombat, never worry about your score. these tournaments that I create are never meant to be judging. You know, I create them because they're all fun to play, and the competition is a fun thing to have. But I will never judge anyone for their score. I'm not about that. I'm just about having fun. So never feel bad about your score. So a few things I want to touch up on before we get into this one ball challenge on Whirlwind is that I played the real table yesterday just to kind of play the real thing and compare and contrast. And so the real table plays is a lot more difficult, I must say. You know, I drain the ball very fast, but very similar to the Pinball FX version in some ways as well. But still, I noticed like difference in physics was probably the main thing. But hope you guys enjoyed this week's tournament. I thought it was great, a Pat Lawlor table, and really fitting for October. And so for this week, let's go into our challenge on Whirlwind. Here is the code EQ47, and let's go here.
Oh, looks like
All right,
rain.
so the skill shot is hitting those drop targets in the center way too hard. But when you play this table this week, think about how similar it is to Addams Family. You have an extra flipper, you have those scoops, the cellar door, kind of like the Addams Family chair. You have the spinning disc, very similar to the magnets. And this third flipper, you know, we're jackpot. Very similar to Addams Family. Oh, so I got a multi-ball here. And so what you want to do with tables like this is you want to cradle the ball when the magnets are spinning. But I don't think on Whirlwind they stop unless you have to hit certain targets to make them stop. But I will say cradling is very important on this table. Orbit shot, very similar to Addams Family. The Cellar Awards are like the Mansion Awards. There's the drop targets. Although Addams Family had no spinner, right? Oh man. Did it have a spinner? I'm trying to think. I don't think Addams Family had a spinner in it. I don't think so. Well, guys, thank you for watching me play this week's pinball tournament video. I hope you enjoyed and hope you have fun. Hope you learned something and hope you get better. But most importantly, have fun. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.